Shanyn Ronis. I was learning the accent of your surname.
Yes, Ronis.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Are you having fun? How do you find in Ciudad de las Ideas so far?
It's been fantastic. There's been some amazing speakers. There's been a lot of really cool projects, and the really wonderful thing is that we've been able to talk about partnerships for the future. So we're all working together to make our own projects better and have a bigger impact. So it's been great.
Talking about projects, you have one. It's called EGAPS. It's Educational Global Access Program.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so EGAP is a nonprofit. We're about 2.5 years old. We work to bring education into conflict zones and areas of extreme poverty. So right now we have about 5,000 beneficiaries. Most of them are in Africa. We have a displaced persons camp that we're supporting in northern Nigeria, so folks who were victims of terrorist attacks by Boko Haram.
So far, what has been your biggest challenge?
Scale. We've always wanted to grow. I mean, the idea is that we're changing education for the globe. It's in the name. And then, you know, there's so much to do, and it's hard to understand when we've actually succeeded, because as soon as we succeed and as soon as we change one life, we know that there's 100 more to start working on. So setting our boundaries for us as an organization has been tough.
How many lives have you impacted until today?
Over 5,000.
Over 5,000.
Over 5,000. Most in Africa, some in Ecuador. We have an entrepreneurship class for young women who were victims of rape, so they're single mothers. The youngest girl in that class is about 13, so they've had a tough time, but yeah. So between the classes, between all of the materials that we've had donated in the States and sent over, we sent over 2 tons of educational materials to Africa last year, all of it donated. Between the teachers we've hired, between all the students that we've given scholarships to, the schoolhouse that we're remodeling, 5,000.
You've been developing education programs. How do you choose what to make, what to develop?
Yeah, so part of what we've been doing that's helped us scale so quickly is that we've been partnering with a lot of local nonprofits. And I don't mean international nonprofits, I mean like little mom and pop nonprofits who are in the community and part of the community they're trying to help. And they teach us about what the community needs. They lead us by the hand. So they help identify the needs. We help teach them the methodology to make sure that we're having an impact, but they tell us what people need, and then we go and do it.
What inspires you in life?
Coffee. No, my mother, absolutely my mother. The whole reason I got into education was my mother was a single mother when I was growing up, and she did not have a high school degree. She had dropped out of high school. She had lied about her age, run away, joined the Air Force. And then we, growing up, lived in poverty in the U.S. We lived at food shelters. We didn't have a roof over our heads that was our own. So I watched her as I was growing up. She went back and she got her degree, and then she kept going. She liked it so much, so she went to get a college degree. Then she got her law degree, and now she's a lawyer. She runs a nonprofit, and every step that she took, she did it for us, first of all. And every step that she took, our lives just got immediately better. So it's such a beautiful thing that she did, and if we can do that for other people, it's just wonderful.
You're changing people's lives. What do could you send a message for these people who's watching you and they want also to make a change? How would they start?
For other entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, I would say, first of all, the number one thing to realize is that nobody actually knows what they're doing. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, because everybody starts off making mistakes. Everybody continually makes mistakes. And the other thing is the word no. Get really comfortable with it. You're going to hear it a lot. But if somebody tells you the word no, you should immediately follow it up with the question, why not? Because that's how you grow. That's how you turn a no into a yes. So don't be afraid, and just go do it.
For Shanyn, what's the point of happiness?
Oh my goodness, the point of happiness. Happiness is for me, it's the goal. What's the point of life? It's to live a good life, and a good life is one that's happy, and it's one that you're giving happiness to others, because it just comes back to you tenfold.
Thanks very much, Shanyn.
You're welcome.